everyone. Last week while I was on vacation, I saw Haley's with Southern Bells card and craft collaboration on a budget. And I thought that would be just right down my alley. And so I asked her how could I participate in this. And so she kind of contacted the person, Metal Scrapping Chick, and it was decided that I could participate. And I'm a little behind, so this is my video that was supposed to have went out Saturday, and then there's two more that was ahead of that, so I'm really late getting in on this. But I thought that I would do this video as if you're a beginning crafter, you have no stock supply, you don't have anything, and it just doesn't make sense. If you're wanting to do some Christmas cards and you're wanting to have them to look handmade, something that you did yourself, this is why I was kind of like in that situation right after Christmas this past year, January 2017. I was not a new crafter by any means, but it had been a long time since I had done any paper crafts, and so I didn't really have that much of a stockpile. So I had some old Creative Memory stuff, and so this is what I did. I went to the Value Village, which is a thrift shop near my home, and I got a pack, you know, one of those goodie bags of, you know, little junk bags. Well, I found one that had some Christmas cards in there. And I just took the Christmas cards and I chopped them all up, got as many die cuts as I could out of them. And so I'm going to show you a little bit about how I took a card that looks like this and that on the inside, and I turned it into different. Now this isn't the only card that I did, because I had a variety of cards, and I turned it into something that looks kind of like this. And I did it not having very much of a stockpile. What I did is I went to the office supply shop, or either possibly Walmart, and I did not buy this in the this white paper, this white cardstock in the craft store. I bought this white cardstock in the office supply area. You can get a big pack, and I don't think it costs as much. And I did a lot of cards that were just white with a die cut on it, but then after a while I started getting a little bored of white, and so I bought an additional pack of variety of colors in one pack. What is it, a multicolor pack? And of office supply cardstock. And I took cards that would look kind of like this, and I would turn them into looking like this. This is a different card. This is not cardstock that I bought, this blue. This is a part of another card that I had. And I just used my imagination. You have to have a knack for cutting out, centering things up. And this was the mama. There's the daddy and the baby, and there's the mama, and there's the mama again off of another card. And I just tried to put color behind these cutouts. But anyway, I'm going to show you some cards that I made with very little stockpile. And it was from a variety pack, kind of like what you can buy. You know, this was $2.86, and you can get a lot of die cuts out of that. I mean, this whole box, that's 32 cards. You can get a lot of die cuts and make a lot of cards out of that, and that's not very much money for die cuts. And so there's that one. Now this is when I got a little bored and I started getting some color paper in after I had made a lot of white. And this is part of a greeting card. And this is like the front of a greeting card that I cut out. And the corners are rounded. And I did that with a corner rounder that I had left over from Creative Memories. Because you see, I did Creative Memories back in the late 90s, early 2000 millennium area. And so I had some things left over. And so, but if I had not had that corner rounder, this would have been just fine block style. Now, if you do not have any stockpile whatsoever, what I would recommend you get, of course, get your paper, get you a value pack of cards, and get some type of a cutter. You can use your scissors at first, you know, but that's going to get old really quick. And so you're going to want a cutter of some sort so that you can cut easier and better and with more accuracy too. Here's a little church. I used white cardstock. I had some yellow. Here's a little snowman. I had some peppermint borders on one of the greeting cards. Used white for him for this one. And there he is again on the inside. And I used the envelopes from the pack too. So I had a variety of different size envelopes, and I used the envelopes as well. Okay, I had a cutter from Creative Memories that would cut circles. And so what I did is I got my card and I centered it up and cut a circle, and then I got me a piece of paper and taped it to the back. And I also had left over some scissors that, is it Fiskars scissors? They will cut wavy cuts and different shaped cuts. It's a special type of scissors that did that. But if you don't have stuff like that, then just, you know, get something that's round and trace it around and cut it out with your scissors. And it doesn't have to be wavy. You can just make it 2 circles, you know. And on the inside, I started making them pop-ups. See how that's made? I did pop-up cards. And I did several pop-up cards. Here is a card that whenever I cut out the card, it had a window right here where it went in and you could see the little kitty cats in there. See? And I just made the card just like the card. And then I got this down here from a different card that said Happy Holidays. And then I got my sentiment out of one of the cards and put down there. And this card right here, there wasn't much I could do that I felt like I could do with this, other than at first I cut it up and I was going to use these die cuts separately, but then I'm like, nah, none of these make sense, so I just kind of put them together as if it was a little window break apart type thing, like you. And here's another pop-up. Here's where I got bored again and used some colored paper. Snowman on the inside. Did a smaller card with a little bird. I'm going to kind of go fast so that way this video is not really long. And here's this. Another pop-up. That is a window. That came from a different card than what these did, and also that. Also left over from my stuff is I had some punches where I could punch out letters. And so I did have somewhat of a little stockpile because I used to do crafting, but then there was like years and years and years where I didn't do any crafting at all. Any kind of paper crafting. I used my the little bit of stockpile that I did have, I used to help my daughter with school projects, and it got her good grades on her projects. There's that. They're kind of plain, a little bit, some of them, but when you don't have stockpile or a lot of it, then you know you just have to make do with what you have until you can do better. Because it doesn't really make sense to go out and spend $200 on, you know, supplies to make $10 worth of Christmas cards, unless you're going to continue to use your stuff. Here's that. Here's a little Santa. I don't remember what I did in here. It was just a sentiment. Here's a little candle. Here is a Christmas card, and the circle was kind of big, and I didn't want a Christmas card that big, so I kind of cut the sides off the circle and put that in there. Of course, everybody's seen this before. These little angels, probably. And I just put something just behind it. And one thing, if you don't have a lot of stockpile that you can do, if you don't have a lot of die cuts and things like that, is remember your geometry. Remember to cut circles, triangles, and strips. And you can do a lot with that stuff. This is just rectangles behind some little wise men. And that's just their feet. This is just where my creative memories will cut an oval. And then I did the same thing as I did with that circle that I showed you before. And I don't remember what's on the other on the inside, but here it is. It's been a while since I've had these out looking at them. And I love that little girl and Santa. So, I hope that this helps someone out who is maybe thinking about, getting involved in paper crafting, maybe wants to start doing some more personable things for gifts and cards and things like that. But you can do so much with, look at all those die cuts you could get out of here. You can cut them up. $2.86 for 32 holiday cards. And another thing that I've been doing that would not cost a lot, that a beginner could do, is I just got a kid's glitter glue kit. Crayola would be fine. I got some rose art. And I've also bought some stuff from Michael's that isn't that expensive, $2 for a little tube, and it's a little better. But you could take that dress and those wings and you can put glitter glue on there, and it makes it it makes it a big difference in what it looks like. You could do the halo. The halo would stand out. The star, the little wand. So there you go. There's my first video. Here's my first video for the collaboration. Now there's other ladies who are participating in this, and I will have their channel links in the description box. So please be sure to go and visit some of them and look at their collaborations. I'm going to try not to make these videos real long. I like to keep my videos short and sweet and to the point. And so I will wish you good luck in your card making, and have a nice day, and thank you for watching my video.